Hello. 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 Okay. Sorry guys, I was trying to set some stuff up to see if it's working. Okay. I think we are good to go. Um, so I will just go ahead and introduce the episode for today. Also, this is basically episode 14. Yeah, that was it. And we are actually on our 14th episode. I'm really happy to be here with you guys on that. And so I'll be kind of like be doing kind of a recap on what we did yesterday. Trying to talk about what we did yesterday. I remember kind of like yeah. So basically, yesterday we faced an error on Android, and here is my Android. As you can see, is live on the screen. So basically, what the issue we faced was that we were not able to log in with Apple on Android, but other login sections are working, like the Google, the Facebook is working, but the Apple wasn't working, and we are having an issue with that. I think that that was all yesterday, and we did try to fix it, but didn't work out. So later on, I kind of like did some investigation and kind of like tried a couple of different stuff, and was able to kind of get it to work. I'm going to go through it on how I was able to get that to work. So basically, what I did was, kind of like go back and put up on the sign in with Apple package that we are using. So I think we missed some step yesterday, and I went back to it and followed it back again, and so starting from the server, like this server section. So we made something. So for this to be able to work on Android, you really need to kind of like create your own, have your own server with a callback like this, or you can go over to Glitch and then use so you can just go over to Glitch here. So this is the projects, their own server. We can just, so you can just click on here to remix your own. So basically, I think what the remix is all about is kind of like make it your own, a version, another version that would be yours. So that's what the remix is basically all about. And so you click on that, then we go straight. So I already did that. So I click on that. Connecting to show. So yeah, if you click on that, yeah, you will your own part of the project. You see everything, the views. So this is the Java, this is the server they created with a callback. Like I said, is hosted on this Glitch somewhere. So basically, you can create your own server and host it online. Can have a callback to this where a user can get to, and then you can actually copy over what they have here. So basically it's JavaScript, so you can start up your own server using Node.js and something like that. Copy this over. So once you have this your own project like this, click on share. You copy this link, the first one, the live one, copy that. You will add that to your service ID on iOS, so you can go over here. I'll show you where to add that. So here it is, service ID. Click on this. It will take you straight to here, and I already configured this. We did this yesterday. You open this, so you can see all this URL. You can see the one I added. So I can't add it back again because I already added here. Return URLs with a callback. So basically, it will take this shape. See the shape here? It will take this shape, and then you replace this part with your own project name, which you can see over here. So this is your own project name. To this end, you copy this and replace this side and copy the whole thing and add to your. So if example of ways to add that, just click on the website URL. You can add that here, the subdomain, and then the return URL. Once you have that added, let's go back. And so make sure on your Android manifest, which I showed you guys yesterday, I have this there, and also this, add this to your Android manifest. We did that yesterday, and after all this are done, so basically go back to, now it's time to just go back to our auth controller in our app. So these are auth controllers. So what you can do here, so you can see this path. We have sign with Apple, and over here in the code we have a code to generate a raw nouns. So this will come directly from the sign in with Apple plugin and package, and then we have the SHA-25 256 cryptography generated code. So this, we kind of like added that code here. So this is it. And then the next thing we did, create this final variable, and then we are using an if statement to check which platform we are in. Like I say, currently we already have iOS and Android, So our app can only run on iOS and Android, but later on in future we have a plan to kind of like make it to run on Linux, Mac OS, Windows, and also on web. What is this? And also on web. So that's the future plan. So right now we're just checking to see if we are on platform Android. So we can do this something like this. Because they sign in with Apple, they get Apple ID credential, and we add our scope. And the scope we are looking at is the user email and the user full name. And then this is the most important part. This part, if you don't add this, your app will basically fail on Android. It will not run. So this is the main part you need. This web authentication option. If you don't add this, your app will not work, like I said. So over here you add your client ID. So this your client ID is basically what you get from Apple. So this is it. So I'm using .env in our project .env file. So this is the client ID, and this is the client ID. We added it in our .env file so that we can't kind of like mistakenly upload it to GitHub like that. So how to get this is basically you can get this from you can get it from Apple developer, your Apple developer, your user account on Apple. So this is it, identifier. So once you create a service ID, so the identifier for your user ID is the client ID. So you use this as your client ID. That's all that is needed. And then remember, there's one thing here, which is the direct URL. So remember that direct URL you used. We talked about this. So add it here, and we gave it a variable. We call it redirect URL2. So with that, two of them, then over here we used our .env file, .env method here to get hold of the client ID from our .env file, and the same thing with our redirect URL with those. So that's all we needed for this to work on Android. So you have to make sure you have this for this to work on Android. And then if we are on iOS, this should be the code for iOS. So this is only what you need from iOS. And then once everything is done, you create a auth provider of type Android, provider ID of Android, create a credential, the token returned and access token returned, and then your raw nouns, which we created here. And then you call Firebase auth, sign in with credential, and you pass it the credential you just created here. And then now we can listen to completion, our async completion by using the then chaining. So when this is done, it will give us a variable that we want to print out. Since user sign in with Apple, the value. If there's an error, this we cannot display the error for us. That's it for working with Apple, and there's nothing much we need to set up. So we can go ahead and test it on our Android right now. So here is on our Android. Click on this. You can see we have been taken to browser page. Let's see. We want this again. I think we're having an issue with our emulator browser, and then we can go ahead with our Apple ID, sign in with your Apple ID. Click on that, and then we can go ahead with the password auto field. So I have multi-factor authentication, so I can just type in the code that was sent to me by Apple. And here the last part, so just continue. And you can see we are basically signed in, and our app has taken us to our home screen. So basically our Apple ID sign in is working on Android right now, and we can check that out to see if it's true. Over here, your Firebase console, reload this, and you can see the email, my email, and then the provider is Apple. Basically, so this is working, and user ID assigned to us, which is this. So we can now verify that the user can actually sign in with Apple, Google Social, and then Facebook too. So all these three signing method, the user can sign in with it, and then we can also sign in with password and email. With that being said, I think we are right now done with authentication part of the app. So our authentication part of the app is we are done with it, both the forgot password and other parts of the app. So the next thing we will do is to move on to working with home page of the app. Maybe in the future, if we encounter a problem with the authentication, we can still fix some stuff, add some stuff that we think we need to add, so that we won't have any issue. So basically, this will not be the final part of the authentication. We might update this, add more stuff to it in the future, or change some stuff, add more user experience to it. So that's all for now. So you can just sign in. So you can still sign in with Apple to our homepage and start working on homepage. Instead of doing this, because I'll just go back and start working on iOS, not on Android emulator. Close this. Leave this open like this for now, and then we'll be working on Android emulator. We'll be working on iOS simulator. Okay, so if you look at the console, you can see this is what was sent to us by Apple. So you can see the signed in with Apple, user credential, additional user info. You can see over here. So you can see the user email, which is here, and the email is verified, which is true. So we don't need to verify the user email. Basically, the only place we will need to verify the user email, which we haven't done in our authentication, it's not much an issue. If we really need to verify our user email, we can go ahead and do it, but we can leave that for later on. So if we need to verify our user email, the only place we need to do that will be for signing in with user, registering with user email and password, and then for Facebook. Our Gmail, I think is verified already. Yeah, Gmail will be verified. If you log in with Gmail, it will be verified. If you log in with Apple, it will be verified. But Facebook is will not be verified. Yeah, you have to verify that. Then sign in with email and password. You also need to verify that. And let's see what else was returned. Okay, it didn't return a user name for us. I don't know why. Even a display name was not returned. see. So we already have the user email to work with, and nothing else was returned. Um, okay. Okay, at this part, we think we are good for now, except only the verification of the user email, which we will do later on. Let's go ahead and run our app on iOS and start building out. So what we'll be working on today will be this. Let me show you guys. So we'll be working on the so we're working on the home page, which will be this place. So this page, this one we'll be working on today. So let's go ahead and build out this, and I'll see. So let's run our app on iOS. Okay, we have to give it some time to kind of like come up. Okay, it's already done. Okay. So let's go head over to our home page. Gonna close this. This is our home page. So the presentation. So this is our home page. We don't need to be centered. So let me open this up. Trying to see how to get this. one part of the screen so it will be big enough for us to see. So looking at this, we can see the structure of this home page is that we have a big text here called psychologist, and an icon at the right of it. And you can see the structure of this is a row, and then under it we have another scrolling buttons, a row of scrollable buttons, and then under that we have the list of users, a scrollable list of users, and then we have, and then under that we have a bottom, this bottom menu on our app. So let's go ahead and implement this first. Okay, so here we are. Let's add this. Okay, let's the so this should actually be a column, a whole structure of the app. But before we do that, let me see. Let's add a reference this as it is for now, and can go ahead. And we are going to use just ordinary color for now, and we are going to replace this with app colors. So here it is. So basically what I'm trying to see, how cool it will be to add this bottom. Okay, let me open this. To add this bottom navigation, this bottom navigation here. That's what I'm trying to add right now. Let's go back. I can use box. I can talk about decoration now. We call on box decoration, and using this, I can use border, because that doesn't have, there's no border radius there, so you can just use border. Call that border.all. And then I can give this, copy this color. So don't leave the color here, or else this will show an error. I'll move the color to, you have to move the color to over the box decoration. And give it the same color as white. And let's try this out. You can see it's looking nice, but there's an issue, so I don't think using border.all will work. So you use top. Inside top we call border side. Replace this with this color. You can see now it's already applying to the top part of the screen, of the bottom border. What else we need to do right now? Remember, all this we are doing here is hard coded. We don't want this in our app. We want a central place for UI. Everything UI will be there. So we already have a theme color. So we copy this theme color and use that for in place of our bottom navigation color. And then this color here, the border color, we already have that somewhere on our app. Let me see if the color will change later in the future, maybe in the dark mode. So see what. So when we're in dark mode, the color basically remains the same, if I'm correct. Yeah, so on dark mode, the color remains the same. So I think we can kind of like give it one color like that, so the color doesn't have to change with the theme. So let's go over to our color. Let me close this, close this, close this, close this, and close this too. And let's go over to our color, and we can find that in our core theme app colors, and this is the color we are looking for. We copy that, and then over to main, we can just replace everything here with that color. Or we can actually use a theme dot of context, divide that color. Yeah, okay, nice. So because I think we added that in our theme, the divider color in our theme. So let's go back to our theme and see. That should be for, okay, that should be for light mode. Light theme, we should look for divider. Okay, let me make this fast. Okay, basically we didn't include that, but actually the color match to what we need, so we can leave it there for now. But if you, let's say you want to change the, to add a particular theme for divider colors, we can do that here. We can just add divider color, this. But right now, I don't think we have a theme color for that, so we can just remove that for now. Um, Leave that. So yeah, can just use the one. So this divider color here is being provided by the operating system the app is running, or we can say by not actually the operating system, by material Google Material UI stuff is the one providing this color, the default color for the divider color. With that being changed here, let's see if there's something else we need to change. Are you looking at the, also looking at the um, divider, we can see is small compared to what we need, so you need to be kind of like a bit kind of taller all the way from this. So looking at this one is closer to this, so you has extend it. So let's give it something like um, let's use a media quality so that it will differ on different screens. So media quality of context and size. Um, Give it one, and that's good. So let's compare this. Um, so looking right now, you can see it's matching with what we need. So we can leave it this way. And the next thing we need to do is to start building this. So this part of the screen, let's get head over into there and build that. So first thing to do is to uncomment this part. We don't need that. And then we can add a column, a child, which will be a column. And inside the column we have children, and inside the children, first one will be um. So we have this called main test for our app. What's it called again? So over here we have main heading. We call that main heading. We copy that over. We can paste it here, and let's import it. Oh, come on, not that. We need to import it. And the custom test import that too. But this is not the test we need. We can go ahead and change that test. Hover at it. Right click or use a two finger. Go to definition. And this is everything. And we can call the home page. So on page title, it's called, so what's it called again? What's the test? So the test says psychologist. So we have, is that the correct spelling? Psychologist. Okay, yeah. copy that, head over here, and then replace this one with it. Save this. You can see we have it right here, and that's what we need. But we also need a space from this top to here, and to add a space we also have to use, so most of this we already have it, so we can reuse most of our code. Copy this instead of creating a new one. That's the good thing of creating a reusable code. And paste this here, and import this, and then save this. Okay, that's too much. Can reduce it, and that's still too much. And we can still reduce this. Is that okay? A bit more. Let's try for. Yeah, I think this is okay now. One more thing is that this safe area, we have to wrap this column with padding. So we need a padding at the left and the right side. And use padding on it, not padding.all, you say padding.only, and okay, instead of using padding, I think container will make sense since we have a lot to add here. Or even sized box. You can even use sized box or either rather than container. But size box doesn't have padding, so we use padding. Okay guys, looks like we had an issue with the audio. I just gonna like fixed that now. So I'm going to go ahead and expand this so that it will fill the screen. So with this right here, so we can go ahead and so you see that this should actually be a row. Copy this, add a row in there, and inside the row we have a children, and inside the children the first one will be the test, and the second one will be so you can use icon button. Icon button. On the unpressed method, we can just add a dummy stuff. call back on it. So yeah, I use icon. But this is not the icon we want to use, but let's see that. So we see it something like this. This is not what we want to use, but before we change it, let's add a spacer in between these two. You see, it pushed it to the right, so that it will look exactly like what we want here. And the next thing will be to change that icon to search. For the search, so that's the icon we are looking for, which is this. And we can change the color. So you want the color to be changeable between this on the light mode, and then on the dark mode, let's see if it's the same color. Okay, on the light mode, okay, it's still the same color on the. Okay, on this is black, not the same. So on dark mode, we look, it has the test color like this. So we can go ahead and test that out by using our theme dot of context icon theme.color. We save this. Let's see what that looks like. So it's still dark, which is okay. The next thing is to increase the size. We need to increase the size a bit. And let's give it something like 20. But that's too small. Let's make it 30. Okay, I think that looks better. Okay. Let's see if there's something else we need to change. We have the size, the color, the shadow. We don't need a shadow on it. It would have been nice if we can actually get this particular icon here. If we had a file from, let's say we have the designer with us, we could actually ask her for this icon, and that will help us. Since we don't have that, we can go ahead and replace it with the icon we have here, which is this. But there's an issue. The icon at Ryan is not thick compared to this here. So this is very thick. We have to see how to, let's see if we can download. But that would be a problem if we are going ahead with the downloading stuff. Have to find a way to change the color of the icon. I think this makes sense. This is kind of what we need. The outline is small, and looking at this short, the tail is short, and this is the same with this compared to what we have here, which is kind of different. Let's see if there's something else we can see. And we can go ahead and download this one. So we downloaded that already. And we can open up this, go straight here, download site. We can rename this to be icon, call this icon search. And we can drag it to our image folder, which is this. And we drop it here. So we have that. Can go ahead and close this too, and we can import the icon somewhere, custom test. Okay, brand images. So import the icon, call it I call it a search icon. And then icon name. Okay. And icon name will be, what's the name again? Icon search. Icon search dot png. So over here, let's see if there's something. Let's see if we can use the visual density of icon button to modify the icon. That's not what you need. We need to remove that entirely. Can uncomment that out and replace it with an image. Okay, we have something called image icon. Let's look at that image icon. I'm looking at what we can use, so can go ahead and try add the image icon to see how that looks like. Okay. So the class name is brand images. We can use and let's import that. Let's save this. And yeah, nice. So this is better. So looking at this, yeah, you see there's a difference. So this, see the mashup here. Look, you see, it made sense. So we are going to keep this. Next one will be to create this tab here, or this tab. Um, so we're going to delete this. So we're going to use TabView, Flutter TabView for that. So right over here, let's create a tab view. Okay, we have tab view. Okay, let's save this. Okay, we have to add a tab bar controller, and we can create a controller right over there. For testing, we are going to create a controller right here, or basically we can just move that out. So it's saved to our home page. For now, let's create it controller right here, tab bar controller. So let's go over here. Okay, let's see. I think we have some issues to fix here. Trying to see what we need to import so that we can have that error go away. Okay, okay. So I see it's kind of like uses the same ticker with animation. So what we are missing is actually ticker provider. Um, then remember to dispose this. Like I said, we are going to be moving all this out, so it will not be in this folder. It will actually be in home out in home controller, not here. And so I think we have an issue. Okay, we have to mark this bit. Okay, let's see. And so I think it requires a tab bar. Okay, we have auto suggested stuff for us, which are still going to change for now. Let's try this out to see. Okay, okay, I can see the issue. I think the issue we're having is over here. So we are having an issue with our layout. It's giving us lots of them. Okay, our issue is fixed. So basically, the issue is the constraint, the width. So we have to make it expandable so I can fill up the parent's width, and then the issue will be solved. Let's test this out. So we have this working. Okay. So that should be so the where we're having the issue, this should be 4 since we have a 4 tabs now, and then this should also correspond to 4. Call this tab 4, 4, yeah, and let's save this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, and yeah, we have 4. And I think this will now help. Basically, we are going to remove this and replace that with our custom scrollable tabs. Okay, scrollable. Okay, because we set it to false, I think that's why we're having that issue. I can set this to true. Um, come on. Bad. Let's try the height property of this. Okay, that's not what you needed. Okay. So at the end of the day, we have to kind of like use our own custom tab here instead of this one. So I'm trying to see if there's a way we can make it like fill up the screen so that you can scroll on it. But I don't see that working. Okay, the scrolling pattern is working. Okay, I think we are good to go. Yeah, we can use a tab and then just customize this. Yeah, we just have to customize this. Then looking at the app here, we don't need those indicator line. There's no indicator line here. We just have to change the color of this. So let's see that. So I think we can, there's a way to remove the indicator line. I hope indicator color. So we can just remove this as a already have a controller. That should be indicator. Let's use transparent. Let's see how that looks like. And that's what we need. So we don't want an indicator line. And that actually removes the indicator line. And then we can just keep it. So keep on moving on different screen, which is what we need. So we can just, next to maybe to work on these tabs. So the tab, looks like the tab can be of a list of any widgets. Let's see if the tab is customizable. So the tab can actually have a widget. The widget will be like a icon. So the tab doesn't have a way to customize it like a, let's say, um, let's see if we can remove this repo effects too. So I'm trying to see what we can make here. So the overlay color, okay, mask also enable feedback. Um, so splash border radius, do we need that? So we don't need that. Can go ahead and overlay color. I think this will give us an error of type mismatch, if I'm correct. No, no. What do we do? Let's see how to change the overlay color. Um, think we can actually make use of this code right here on in our theme. Um, Indicator, underline indicator, border side. Let's try this out and see what that look like. Um, so here's our theme file. You can scroll down to the light theme. Let's test out something there. Okay, doesn't work. We're gonna move this. Let's find a way to disable button repo effects of Flutter. Okay, we can do this by this method. We can use splash factory. Let's see if there's a way we can apply that here. Okay, that didn't do what we wanted. So let's see if there's a way we can control the styling from here. That's what I'm trying to look at. Okay, the overlay color stuff that we looked at before. Um, let's try this. Um, okay, we can actually do that. So we got something to help us out here. Um, but we are going to try this out tomorrow, guys. So we are almost done with our time. So we kind of like already streamed for 1 hour 33 minutes. So we'll continue tomorrow. So I wanted to be streaming for now, like at least 1 hour 30 minutes, so that the video will not be long for people that will watch it later on. So like we are almost out with our time, so we stop here for today. So we continue on Sunday and or even tomorrow. So have a nice day, guys. See you guys next time on the stream, which might be tomorrow or on Sunday. Um, Thank you. And also, guys, don't forget to kind of like share the stream to your friends who are colleagues who might need it, and also try to do something with the subscribe button. You know what to do with it. Thank you, guys.
Diamonds are forever, but all we need is just a night. Monumental drummers that can freeze the speed of light. Just like particles that's falling from heaven all over the star. Hear you calling for me, hear you calling.